Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. It is X7 Coda 7X here. I should sound a lot better now because I am on my microphone right now. The last two videos I wasn't on my microphone, but now I'm on it. So there ain't gonna be any gameplay background or anything like that. I'm just gonna have it as the classic, just backgrounds of whatever, because I really want y'all to pay attention to the story. And today, I'm gonna be talking about how I got drunk at work. Story time. So it all started out, it's probably 3 years ago, 4, maybe 5. I don't know for sure. It's been a while though. So I started working at this factory. I'm not gonna really say the factory. I know I'm not working there now or whatever, but it's not really that important. It's just what happened is important. So I'm working at this factory. I'm working 60 to 70 hours a week, right? And you know 60, 70 hours a week is really rough on the body, and you're gonna start hurting. And at this time, I'm not even smoking. I'm not doing anything. And I started drinking. So I started drinking to ease the pain. I started drinking because, boredom, that too. But mostly to ease the pain. And it all started out as me just coming home and drinking enough to not hurt, eat, shower, sleep, right? So I'm doing that a couple days a week at least. I'm not doing every single day. I'm not that much of an alcoholic at the time. So I started doing that. It started helping me, but I was with my ex at the time, and me and her started arguing. She's like, why are you coming home just drinking? We got a kid, blah blah blah. I don't want to get too much into that, but more or less that's what it was about. This will come into effect later, and the reason why I even started drinking at work. So she threatened to drain everything out as an alcohol, and I was like, well, I spent a pretty good amount of money on this shit, so I'm not going to just let someone just pour that shit down the drain. And plus I'm a grown man and I'm working 60, 70 hours a week. I'm still coming home, taking care of my kid, blah blah blah. I'm not getting that drunk to the point I can't even hold my head up or can't take care of my kid or have a conversation, whatever the case may be. So fast forward, we get in an argument. She tells me that she's gonna go downstairs before I go to work and pour all my shit out. So what I started doing is I acted like I poured it out, like I got ahead of her, kind of, So I used to take 7-Up to work, and I would pour my alcohol in this 2-liter or whatever. And ever since then, that argument, I didn't even start bringing in the alcohol in the house. I basically just told her I quit, type shit. And so I'll just leave it in the car, in the trunk, where the boot is, whatever. Wherever I wanted to put it, more or less, I would just put it in there. So that's what I did. I started putting it in there. I had like a little routine. So mostly I honestly got 7-Up. So I'd get 2 liters of 7-Up, and I started liking different types of alcohol, more or less, but I started dipping myself into Bacardi a lot, and I liked that dragon fruit flavor. And I'd get like a whole handle of that. And that's what she was threatening to pour out the day that she told me that she was going to pour it out, type shit. So I started doing that, whatever. And one day I got scared because she was in my car or whatever, and she was trying to leave, and we had an argument or whatever. Something like that. It's been years ago, but I poured half of this handle in that 2-liter, that 7-Up. And if y'all don't know what a handle is, it's bigger than a fifth. It's like, I think like 3 or 4 fifths or something like that. I don't know for sure. You'll have to look it up. It's like a gallon. The handle is a gallon, I think. Yeah. It's either like half a gallon or a gallon for sure. I don't know for sure, honestly. I don't know. But I haven't drank in a while, if you can't not tell, but I haven't drunk in forever. But anyways, so I poured half of this Bacardi into the 7-Up. And we're building up to the story now. So I pull up to work. I clock in. So what I used to do is I used to bring my alcohol in my backpack in that 2-liter. They were really lenient about backpacks and stuff like that. So I'd bring that in. And so I brought it in that day. I started at 5 p.m. I was at my work area. And honestly, I didn't even touch it until lunch. So here it goes. I forgot about it. Honestly, as soon as I got there, and we were doing, you know how factories, you do a meeting before you get on the floor. So basically that's what happened. We did a meeting. I started, and we had bosses on the floor at the time. We had like a big company coming through to audit us or something. I don't know for sure, but we definitely had bigger bosses up that day. They left around 8 p.m. And then I went on lunch around 11 something. 11:30? Yeah, 11:30 I think. We'd go lunch or 11. I think it was either 11 or 11:30. But so right before we went on lunch, I did not have nothing to drink that whole day. And this factory was very, very, very hot. So me forgetting about this alcohol even in there, I get it out the backpack and I start guzzling this 2-liter. Okay? And about 3/4 the way through this 2-liter, I'm tasting it and I put it down and I'm like, oh fuck. Because it just clicked. I remembered what was in it. Because as I was guzzling it, I was like, why does it taste like that? And it was just more fruity. It had a little bit of a kick to it. And I was like, what the fuck is it? And then it hit me all at once. Because whenever me and her were fighting, you know, I was just trying to rush, get that done, go to work. Because I was honestly about to run late to work because of all of it. But that's honestly why I forgot the alcohol even being in that 2-liter. So I guzzled 3/4 of it. And at that point, I'm like, well, there's no turning back because I'm going to be fucked up anyway. So I guzzled the rest of it, throw it away in the trash. Okay. So we go on break. We go on lunch break. And, yeah, to remind you, I guzzled it right before lunch break. So we go on lunch break. I'm in the car and I'm like, okay, this should not be that bad, I don't think. I don't think it should be that bad, but I'm kind of hoping and praying it ain't going to be that bad because I guzzled it all at once. And I never really treated alcohol like that. I always been more of a sipper till I'm feeling it. Or just drink it one at a time, see how I feel type thing. I never really guzzled that much at once. So I go on break. I walk to my car. I'm hitting my vape or whatever. I don't remember what I was doing at the time. I was either dipping or vaping or both. I don't know for sure. But I was in my car watching YouTube videos because that's honestly what I did a lot. I would go on break, go to my car instead of sitting at the lunchroom, and because I don't really make friends at work or outside of work. I'm just more or less to myself. So I'd go to my car. I went to my car. On the plus side too, I didn't want anybody to smell me or whatever, tell somebody I'm acting different, whatever. Well, I'm sitting in the car and it fucking hits me like a goddamn truck. Well, my buddy next to me, his name was Kevin at the time. And I'm going to say his name because it doesn't really matter. And that's his actual name. He's sitting beside me. He always smoked on break. And remind you, I haven't smoked in probably like 3 years, 2 to 3 years at the time. And I'm already drunk as fuck. So I asked him to tap the blunt, or I think it was a joint. I asked him to type the joint, type. I asked him to tapped the joint twice, and he's like, yo, you sure? He's like, yo, what's up with you? And he was like, but you told me that, like, you don't want to start back even if I offer it to you, you told me to say no, whatever. And I was like, no, don't worry about it, whatever, just let me hit it. He's like, all right, man, whatever. So he lets me hit it twice. I hit it way more than that. I hit it like 6, 7 times. He's like, yo, you know, what you doing? And he wasn't really stressing about the weed. He was more or less like, yo, are you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm chilling though. Well, I need to hurry this story up because, you know, timing wise, but so I'm fucked up. I'm faded at this point, right? It hits me like not even 5 minutes, 10 minutes later. I'm walking back and I just realized like I am way too fucked up. So I sit on the stairs right before to go in and clock in again. And I'm sitting there for at least a good hour to 2. Manager comes outside. He's like, yo, we've been looking for you. And I'm like, I'm not going to lie to you, dude. Just sit down. I need to tell you something. He's like, okay. I was like, dude, I'm gonna look at you right now, and I'm not gonna lie. I drank on the job. You know, I drank a little bit on break, whatever, and I drank too much, and I didn't want to go back in there and clock back in and risk anybody else or myself. So I've been sitting out here. So he basically tells me, like, look, if anybody's seen you, if you went inside and clocked back in, I would have fired you already. Since you're telling the truth, I'm not going to fire you. Look, give me your car keys. I'm going to go get the car. You're going to sit in your car. I'm going to take you back to the parking lot. You're going to sit in the car, take a nap, do what you got to do, dude. But do not leave before I get off work because I need to know if you're not drunk anymore and safe to go home. And I'm literally in disbelief. I'm like, I'm fired. I'm fucked. Whatever the case may be. Well, he lets me do that. I get in the car, and I'm just fucked up, and I'm going in and out because how fucked up I am. Well, eventually I wake up. I'm sitting in the car. It's around 2:30, 3-ish, and I get off at 3:30. Was supposed to get off at 3:30, and I'm sitting there. It was like 2:30, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, what did I do? I need to get myself together. And work finally lets out. So work finally lets out and I was like, yo, dude, where you been? My buddy. And manager basically just told me not to say nothing. And he seen me, gave me a thumbs up. And the next day at work, he's like, yo, don't say that to anybody, because if anybody finds out I'll let you pass with that, that's my ass. And I was like, okay, dude, I got you. So this is more or less a story to tell you, don't do the dumb shit I do. Don't go to your job, get drunk, because you do have a family at home or anybody that is depending on you. Hell, if you're depending on yourself and you got your own home, just don't fuck that up. This is more or less a story not to encourage or whatever. Say, hey, look, I got by with it. No, this is a story to tell you, look, guys, this is not cool. And this should be a lesson. And I took it as a lesson because I never did drink again at work, ever. And honestly, I quit drinking for a while after that because I thought it was just consuming my life. But thank y'all again for listening to this story. It's been Coda7X. Whatever the fuck my name is, and I'm out.